Hello, people. Trinity here. I wanted to talk to you about grace. Now, the way grace was taught to me was it wasn't the big cover up like the church seems to think it is today. Because in Matthew 5, where it says about adultery, ye have heard it said by the men of old time that you not commit adultery, but Jesus made it harder. He said if you look at a woman to lust after her, you have committed adultery already in your heart. Now, what I want, how that has to do with grace is, uh, grace is the empowerment to do what truth demands of us. Case in point, if God is giving you something to do really hard, that is really hard for you, all you have to do is say, God, give me the grace to do this, whether it's a bad marriage, uh, you're going through a divorce with a partner that won't, you know, that won't agree with the terms, or whatever. All you have to do is, because God doesn't want His people abused. And I'm not saying that divorce is right, because the Lord doesn't want divorce. I should know. I was um, in a relationship that I called a marriage. Of course, I didn't marry her, thank God. Uh, but we didn't agree on anything. We didn't even agree on, you know, how to raise the kid. Um, I was raised by um, a woman born in the 1960s. My mom is very, very old fashioned. Um, she, you know, uh, she, uh, she, she's old. Let's just put it this way. She's an old uh, Roman Catholic lady, and uh, she, firmly believes in uh, the Roman Catholic beliefs because that's how she was raised. And she was raised, if you uh, say anything remotely bad about your parents, uh, you're gonna have a really bad time. So I was raised to always honor your parents to the best of your ability. Um, so um, that's why I act the way I act sometimes. You know, uh, I try to, if I have a problem with something that know, my mom is doing, well, I try to, um, talk to her about it the best I can, but, uh, you know, sometimes I just got to give it to God and say, you know what, you know, sometimes you just got to let it go. But anyway, um, uh, yeah, but back to grace. But yeah, that was just how my mom raised me. Basically, is she was she's Roman Catholic, and um, she tried to instill in me that you always uh, honor your parents no matter what. And I have no problem with that, none whatsoever. But we have our disagreements. We don't agree on everything, but you know, we have an understanding that you just honor your parents no matter what. Um, so, but my point is, uh, when it comes to grace, grace is not the big cover up. It is the empowerment to do what the truth demands of us. And I just don't like it when people um, take the grace of God in vain, because there's going to be a time where God's grace won't be there anymore, and He's going to come down from the east and be sitting on His throne, and there's going to be uh, the the people sitting on His left, which will be the unbelievers, and the people sitting on His right, which will be the believers. And a lot of the believers um, won't even know Christ, and that's really sad, because the Bible also says in Matthew 7:21, some of the people will say, Lord, didn't we cast out devils? Didn't we do miracles in your name? And He will say, get out of here. I don't know you, you who work iniquity. So you have to be very, 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 very careful in order to have true freedom in Christ. That's the true freedom in Christ. You have to be very careful. There's a it's like the old movie The Karate Kid, where Mr. Miyagi sits Daniel down and says, okay, Daniel-san must talk. Walk on the road. Walk on the left side, safe. Walk right side, safe. Walk middle, get squished, just like grape. And that's the same principle with us. We have to be very careful. We have to make sure that we're walking a straight line, so that we don't get into the legalistic ditch, too far into the legalistic ditch, where we tell people and we make people feel like they can't do anything right. But also, we don't want to have um, uh, uh, the so much of the love of God where we don't preach the cross either. And I'm sorry, guys, this message is taking a little bit longer because I'm a little bit tired tonight, so I apologize for that. But I really do hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was an eye-opener for you. And I will talk to you later. Bye.
Okay.